shortstop. Ahmed Rosario gets to start at third base against the left-hander. Rosario batting second. James Wood will be the designated hitter. Wood is in third. Nathaniel Lowe at first base. Lowe in the cleanup spot. Alex Call starts in left field. Call will bat fifth. K-Bant Ruiz doing the catching. The switch hitter bats number 6. Luis Garcia Jr. at second base. Garcia batting 7th. Dylan Cruz, the shortstop, batting 8th. And Jacob Young in center field. He bats 9th. Abrams, Rosario, Wood, Lowe, Call, Ruiz, Garcia, Cruz, and Young, with Michael Soroka on the mound. Our umpires, Jacob Metz calls balls and strikes. Dan Bellino is at first base. Clint Bondrock, the second base umpire, and Tony Randazzo calls plays at third. We're ready for baseball here in the nation's capital, and ready to my left with the play-by-play. Here's Dave Jackler.
Thank you, Charlie. And the sun just breaks through as Michael Soroka ready to face Stephen Kwan to get Game 3 of this series underway. Soroka stands both feet on the rubber. The wind, the kick, and our first pitch of the afternoon is in there. A slider on the first pitch to Kwan, and it is 0-1. Kwan tied for 5th in the major leagues in batting at .333. He has 4 homers, 17 driven in. The 0-1. Kwan swings, and it's a soft fly ball to shallow left. Playing very shallow and moving in is Alex Call, positioned perfectly to make the catch. So 2 pitches in, Kwan retired, and Soroka is back on the mound for the Nationals. First pitch delivered right on time at 12:05. 72 degrees, partly cloudy skies. First pitch time and temperature brought to you by Offenbachers. Visit them in Herndon, Annapolis, Gainesville, and Rockville for a huge selection of outdoor furniture, fire pits, hot tubs, and swim spas. Pitch to Daniel Schneemann is low, ball 1. Left-handed hitting left fielder. Made a start yesterday at second base in Game 1. Came off the bench and homered in Game 2. The 1-0 to Schneemann, half swing and a strike. Fooled on a Soroka slider. And it is 1-1. Soroka, with his second start in Nats uniform, took the loss March 31st, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits in 5 innings. The 1-1, breaking ball outside, 2-1. Soroka has made 3 career starts against the Guardians. 2 of them last year was with the White Sox. He's 0-1 against Cleveland. He steps, he kicks, and he fires. And that's a perfect pitch. Fastball 94 over the outside corner. Third baseman Rosario backs up with 2 strikes on the hitter. The 2-2 delivery is strike 3 called. Changeup locked him up over the outside corner. So Soroka, a strong start. A lazy fly to left and a called third strike on Schneemann as he nailed the outside corner with a diving changeup.
Yeah, that had some late tail on it, didn't it? Change of speed locked him up. And then Schneemann was hoping it would tail outside, but it did not.
So here's Jose Ramirez, the third baseman. Pitch on the way from Soroka is right in there. Fastball 95 at the knees. Soroka had 11 strikeouts in his final rehab start. That was for Rochester. It covered 5 innings. He's working quickly. The 0-1. Change up low. A ball and a strike. Ramirez at 272. He had 3 hits in the doubleheader yesterday, 2 doubles in the nightcap. Here's the wind and the 1-1. That's a little bit outside. Fastball at 96. 2 balls and a strike. Soroka making his 4th career start at Nationals Park. His first 3 came with the Braves, all in 2019. The 2-1 pitch. In there, a called strike. Soroka pretty much has been perfect in his ballpark. He threw 15 innings in those 3 games and allowed just 1 run. He has an .060 career ERA at Nats Park. The 2-2. That is strike 3 called. Fastball locked him up at the knees. And welcome back Michael Soroka. 3 up, 3 down with 2 called third strikes. That's how the top of the first inning goes. Nats come to bat against Logan Allen as we go to the bottom half here on the Nationals Radio Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2.
the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See store for details.
No scores. The Nationals come to bat in the bottom of the first inning, and they'll face the Altamont Springs, Florida native, the left-hander Logan Allen. Allen to make his 7th start. He's 1-2, a 4.02 ERA. Finesse lefty facing the Nats for the first time in his career. And C.J. Abrams will dig in. Here's the pitch to C.J. Cut on and fouled back over the screen. Pretty cool moment before the game. We mentioned it's weather day, and a bunch of local area school children wearing their different colored T-shirts. And when Abrams was going through his warm-ups, the 0-1, breaking ball over the outside corner, strike two, a bunch of kids in section 419 and 420 started chanting, CJ, CJ. Here's the 0-2. Low and outside, and CJ gave him a wave and a fist pump. You would have thought they won the lottery. The kids were so excited that CJ acknowledged him way up in the upper deck. It's great for CJ to do. Now the 1-2 to Abrams. Swinging a pop-up. This one straight up the chute on the left side of the infield. Ramirez, the third baseman, comes in, side of the mound, and Ramirez makes the grab. Abrams, who saw his hitting streak come to an end yesterday, pops up to begin the afternoon against Allen. Now the former Guardian Ahmed Rosario did not play in yesterday's doubleheader, 21 through 23, until he was traded away. Here's the pitch from Allen. And a soft line drive right field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. So Rosario, who had a 3-hit game in Cincinnati on the last road trip, singles to right on the first pitch.
Rosario went to Cleveland in that deal that also brought them Andres Gimenez at the time.
That was the Lindor trade.
With Carlos Carrasco also, who was DFA'd by the Yankees most recently.
Here's James Wood, who hit his 10th home run of the season yesterday in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Facing the lefty Logan Allen. 1 on, 1 out. The set of the pitch. And a ground ball left side. It's going to be under the glove of the reaching third baseman Ramirez for a base hit into left. Rosario turns and holds at second. So James Wood with an opposite field ground ball single. And the Nationals have hits on consecutive pitches. Set the Guardians defensively. Carlos Santana at first. Gabriel Arias at second. Brian Rocchio at short. Jose Ramirez at third. In left field, it's Daniel Schneemann, Angel Martinez in center, Nolan Jones in right, Bo Naylor doing the catching. Nathaniel Lowe, the Nationals' RBI leader, and tied for 8th in the majors with 28. 2 on, 1 out for Lowe. The pitch from Allen is a ball, a fastball outside at 90. Lowe has hit safely in 8 of 9 games, bringing his average up to 259. Outfield around toward left. As the runners lead second and first, the pitch on the way. Swinging a little looping pop-up, shallow left center. Rocchio, the shortstop, is out and calling for it and makes the catch. They did not signal infield fly rule, and he kind of jokingly dropped the ball after the fact to see if he'd get anyone to move. So Low out of the pop-up, 2 away.
Yeah, we've seen it called on plays like that. I mean, technically, the infielder's supposed to be camped under it for it to be an infield fly roll, but we've seen it on shallow balls like that. Even balls that aren't in the air as high as that one was.
So here's the former Cleveland outfielder Alex Call at 338, 13 runs batted in. First pitch. Breaking ball misses away. 77-mile-per-hour curveball. Call has hit safely in 7 consecutive starts. He has a .446 on-base percentage. He had a hit and a walk in Game 1 yesterday. Now the pitch. Slow breaking ball outside again, and it's 2-0.
Hard to do what he's doing. To hit for average, 338, and draw all those walks, 15 when you're not playing every day.
Big lead at second for Rosario. Same for the trail runner Wood at first. The set for the lefty Allen, a pickoff play on, and Rosario barely gets back. Second baseman Arias took the throw. Guardians manager Stephen Vogt says, hold on, we want to look at a replay. Rosario seemed to know they were going to pick him off, but when he hit the dirt, he kind of stopped his progress. And the Guardians are going to challenge this.
You know what, Dave? As he reached for the base, his hand never got the top of the base. His fingers.
Challenging the safe call at second base.
His fingers got the side of the base. So as you hear the announcement,
this replay challenge presented by Dex Imaging, Office Imaging Solutions to help businesses do better.
The question is going to be: he was tagged further up on the arm by Arias. And I think he's going to be out there. I don't think his hand got there in time.
Yeah, when he hit the dirt, he kind of
didn't go anywhere.
Buried himself into the dirt and stopped his progress. So this is going to be a really, really tough end of the inning. The Guardians are walking off the field, and the umpires say, hold on. We haven't made the call yet. I mean, it just lost a great scoring chance.
Here it comes.
Ruling on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Cleveland will retain his challenge.
Oh, man. Rosario picked off. Call had a 2-0 count with 2 on. 338 hitters, not going to get a chance to finish the at-bat.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Donating your unwanted vehicle to Melwood. Donating is fast, free, and easy. Visit melwood.org/radio or call 1-877-MELWOOD for more information. Set for the top of the second inning, no score. Carlos Santana coming to the plate for the Guardians. Guardians in their road gray uniforms for this finale. Cleveland in block letters across the chest, navy blue trimmed in red. Nationals are in their alternate blues for this series finale. The pitch from Michael Soroka. Breaking ball called strike one to Santana.
His teams share the same colors.
Guardians
red and navy blue.
Guardians wore blue in game one yesterday. Nats in the nightcap and here today. The 0-1. Low inside. A ball and a strike. Santana was a pain in the neck yesterday. He had 3 hits in the first game, and he had that 3-run homer that spoiled the day for Brad Lord in the nightcap. The 1-1. Changeup, knee-high for a strike. So Soroka's changeup has been really good so far. Actually, everything he's thrown has been really good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The step, the kick, and the pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball rolled fair along the first base line. Fielded deep at first by Lowe. They'll call off Soroka, who was at the bag. And Lowe makes the 3 unassisted putout. Rest of the Nationals defensively. Luis Garcia at second. C.J. Abrams at short. Ahmed Rosario, the third baseman. Alex Call, Jacob Young, Dylan Cruz, the outfield, left to right. And it's Keibert Ruiz catching this noon start. Now the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. He checks in at 264 with 4 home runs. The pitch is chopped foul past third base coach Ruglis Odor. Soroka last season remade his repertoire. When Soroka was an all-star with the Braves, he was primarily a sinker-slider pitcher, a ground ball specialist. The 0-1, swinging a pop-up down the right field line. This one's going to land out of play. 0-2, but he felt that his repertoire and his delivery caused the strain on his legs that ultimately led to his Achilles issues. So last year, he relied more heavily on his four-seamer and his changeup as a starter. And then later as a reliever in the second half of the year. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That was a fastball at 96 up in the zone, and down goes Arias. As if to illustrate the point, Soroka didn't used to do that. He used to be down in the zone with a sinker. That was an exploding four-seamer at the top of the zone, and Arias was way late on it.
He looks pretty sharp right from the start.
He's retired 5 in a row with 3 strikeouts, and now faces Bo Naylor, left-handed hitting catcher. Here it comes. Swinging a line drive right center field. That's going to be a base hit, the first for the Guardians. Cruz picks it up on a couple of hops as Naylor able to line a first pitch fastball into right center.
Well, what you said about Soroka, and we talked to him when he was a guest on our spring training live show. We talked about the injuries, and you know, for most people, tearing Achilles is a fluky type injury that just happens. You don't know when. When it happened a second time for him, he was not surprised.
Yep.
He's worked with biomechanics and everything to redo his pitching mechanics, take the pressure off that leg.
Here's Angel Martinez, swing and a miss. That was a slider, which is also a huge part of the mix. Broke down and into the back foot. Martinez has been all over the lineup in this series. He's batted 9th, he's batted 2nd. Today at 7th, he's hitting .316. The hold in the pitch. And that one, a slider, comes in over the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
I've never heard anybody say that anything other than an Achilles injury being a fluke before we talked to Soroka about it.
Yeah, it happened twice. Then he had a 3rd surgery on the Achilles to strengthen it. The 0-2, fouled back, a changeup. Most recent injuries have involved the shoulder. 2023 with Atlanta, and last year missed a couple of months with the White Sox. And then this year's injured stint was the bicep. No score, 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. Martinez just able to get a piece of a 96-mile-per-hour fastball.
So if he can pitch like he has done today and in his rehab starts, that would be a huge boost. What the Nationals were hoping for when they signed him.
Now the set. Inside target Ruiz. And the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball right center field. Jacob Young drifting to his left. He's there and he puts it away. And Michael Soroka pitches a 2nd consecutive scoreless inning. Guardians with a hit, 1 left. No score after an inning and a half on the Nationals Radio Network.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Click Grainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The second inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by Safeway. If a Washington player hits a homer in this inning, a lucky contestant will win a $100 gift card courtesy of Safeway. Stop and discover why spring starts at Safeway. Enter to win at thefan.dc.com. Well, Alex Call was at the plate when Ahmed Rosario was picked off second base, costing the Nationals a scoring chance. So here's Call to lead off the bottom of the second. No score. Logan Allen winds and fires. And that is over the outside corner at 88 miles an hour. Call had a 2-0 count when the pickoff occurred. Allen has a very modified windup, just a small step, Now he swings the leg and fires. And this one is golfed in the air to right center field, sending Nolan Jones back. The ball carrying to the warning track over his head, off the wall. He falls down but still grabs the carom and throws it in as call's in at second base. Well, Nolan Jones was completely fooled by that ball, then made an amazing catch of the ball off the fence, or maybe that's a triple. The call ends up with a wall ball double, maybe wind-aided. Certainly fooled Nolan Jones badly. That almost got out of the ballpark.
The wind gusting a bit, and from left field across to the right field line when he couldn't catch it off the fence. Normally you get burned by being so close. As he fell down, the ball came right down to him while he was basically laying down on the warning track, and he caught it off the fence.
That was going to be blooper reel. I mean, falling backwards like that. Here's Ruiz, pitch to K-Bert. Batting right-handed, a curveball at the knees for a strike.
I don't know if he could do that again, Dave.
I don't know that he'd want to try. Badly misjudged a fly ball, slip and fall on the warning track, and somehow grabbed the carom. Call continues to be an on-base machine. He's hit in 8 straight starts. Set and the pitch. And Ruiz, a ground ball to the right side, will move the runner. Arias, the second baseman's only play is to first. He retires Ruiz, but Call advances to third. So the heart of the lineup set things up for Garcia. The heart of the lineup presented by the American College of Cardiology, transforming cardiovascular care and improving heart health for all. Visit them at acc.org. The National Sacrifice Fly leader, Luis Garcia Jr., will bat with the infield in and Call at third, 1 out. Allen delivers, and that one hit Garcia. It grazed him on the right arm, and so Garcia will take first, being hit by the pitch. So he won't get the chance for the sacrifice fly. He is hit by a pitch for the second time this season. So the number 8 batter is Dylan Cruz.
First batter hit by Logan Allen this year.
Cruz at 194 with 4 homers, picked up his 7th RBI. Big hit in Game 1 yesterday, a double off the left field wall. Well, the Guardians keeping the infield in about halfway with first and third and a double play opportunity. Here's the pitch. Change up, low and outside. Good take by Cruz.
I've seen a few more teams start doing this kind of thing. Normally you'd be back at second and short with a chance to get out of the inning with a double play, but maybe they figure Cruz would be hard to double up.
The left-hander throws, and it's up and outside. Cruz has not grounded into a double play this season.
Guess that makes him hard to double up.
So maybe that's why they're looking maybe to cut off the runner at the plate. Although a sharp grounder, they still could try to turn to. Here's the 2-0. Outside high. So Allen, after hitting Garcia, is behind Dylan Cruz 3-0 with Jacob Young on deck. No score, bottom second. Big chance for the Nationals. They had a chance in the first. Stymied by the pickoff. Here's the 3-0. And a changeup on 3-0 at the belt for a strike. Didn't throw him a fastball. Cruz steps back in, taps his bat on home plate. Call leads at third, Garcia at first. Here it comes. Swinging a fly ball right side. Santana drifting back into foul ground. He makes the over-the-shoulder catch. So Cruz fouls out for the second out. Not deep enough at all for Cole to think about trying to score. So here's Jacob Young. The inning comes down to Young, who was .221 on the year, picked up RBIs 3 and 4 yesterday with a key 2-run single in the 6th inning. Infield back, except the third baseman Ramirez to guard against the bunt. Here's the set and a throw over. Garcia goes back standing. 2 stolen bases against Allen in 3 tries. Nationals over the weekend started the runner at first in the first and third situation. Got a run. Here's the pitch. Young takes. Belt high fastball for a strike. That was a Cruz-Garcia combo. Cruz started, was going to get in a rundown, but the throw in into center field. So Garcia was credited with a steal of home. 0-1 to Young. Allen's delivery on the way. In the dirt, blocked by Naylor. Good play. He smothered the changeup, 1-1. Outfield around to right. The left fielder Schneemann is well into left center. They do not expect Young to pull. If he can hit one in the left field corner, it's probably a triple. Here's the set. And now the 1-1. Runs inside. It's a cutter on the hands. 2 balls and a strike. Nationals have had a ton of base runners over the first 2 innings. 2 on in each frame. Trying to deliver the game's first run. Now the pitch. Swing a line drive right side. That is going to be down. It's a fair ball headed into the corner. Cole scores. Garcia rounding third. He's being waved in. Jones with a great arm. Now Garcia slides to a stop and goes back to third base. And on the relay, that's a good thing. It'll be an RBI double for Jacob Young. The Nationals lead 1-0. Hall scores. Garcia came around, slid to a stop about 30 feet past the base, and is able to get back.
Well, typical Jacob Young, when he's on, he will hit the ball toward the right field line. He did so to get his 4th double of the year, 5th RBI. Garcia was being waved around third. I don't know if he did that on his own, making the stop. As he made the turn, he didn't look to see where the ball is, so Ricky Garcia, I think, had to tell him.
Pitch to C.J. Abrams has popped up left side. Ramirez has a play in foul ground in the coach's box, and he'll make the catch. And Jones has a great arm, and then the relay from Arias was perfect, so Garcia likely would have been out. Only settled for the 1 with Abrams pop.
Introducing baseball's all-new national.
Go to Nats.com/postgame. Nationals have the lead 1-0. We go to the 3rd. In with the play-by-play from the Nissan broadcast booth, Charlie Slows.
All right, thank you, Dave. Nolan Jones, the batter, against Michael Soroka. Drops a bunt, but back toward the mound. Soroka off third base side of the hill and throws on target to Nathaniel Lowe. 1 pitch and 1 down.
That's a gift. Guy with Jones' power homered yesterday against Jake Urban. Third baseman's deep off the line, but he bunted it right back to the pitcher.
Yeah, the idea was to bunt it to third, but he didn't get it there. And so now the batter will be the shortstop, switch hitting Brian Rocchio. He's had a tough start to his year. He's 0 for his last 24. Soroka into the wind, the pitch, swinging a ground ball up the first base line. Lowe has it. He waves off Soroka, takes it himself. That's 2 pitches and 2 out here in the top of inning number 3.
I mean, how much do we want Stephen Kwan to swing at this first pitch? The rare 3-pitch inning is in play.
He took the first pitch of the game for a strike in the first inning.
I'm not one to wager, but you got to think he's taking here.
You would think for...
That might be the safe play.
You'd think for his pitcher's sake. That's how it used to be. Give him a little more time for the breather for his down. in between the up. Here's the pitch, and he bluffs a bunt. He was taking the pitch, pulled the bat back, and the pitch missed for ball one.
Where did it miss?
I don't know. It looked like it was right down the middle. Next offering. That's in there, a called strike. I wonder if sometimes the umpire just gets screened off on those. But he simply missed it, it would appear. Next offering. Takes again. And that one missed with a slider. 2 balls and a strike. Soroka delivers. And he's well outside with a fastball at 94 miles an hour. He's behind Kwan, 3-1. Kwan starting the day 4th in the American League, 5th in the majors in batting. Now the wind of the pitch. And it's outside, ball 4. So he has drawn a walk with 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning, which is fueled by Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day when you start with Citgo. You're good to go. So Quan at first. He has 4 steals in 4 tries, and the batter is Schneemann. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 1. Ruiz came up as if he wanted to throw. Think the runner might be going. But he wasn't. It's ball 1. Daniel Schneemann in left field today with Quan as the DH. 6 out of 14. The double, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. He's been swinging a hot bat. Throw to first, and diving back in is Quan. Second start of the year in left field for Schneemann. He started 3 games in center field. Primarily, most of his starts at second base. He started 16 games there. They have some versatile players who can play multiple positions, infield and outfield. Soroka delivers, and a breaking ball swung on and squibbed foul up the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned Rouglas Odor coaching at third. Sandy Alomar Jr. on the lines at first. Former great Cleveland catcher. Now the pitch. Swinging a grounder foul outside of first. Sandy Alomar Jr.'s been coaching for Cleveland for, this is now 16 years. Had a few years as the bench coach, returned to first base. And has worked for several Cleveland managers. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball, tied him up, swing and a miss. And down goes Schneemann on strikes, the 4th strikeout for Soroka. He'll strand the 2-out walk to Quan at first base. Middle of the 3rd here at Nationals Park. It's Washington.
Let's see if we can figure out the
Guardians nothing. It'll be Ahmed Rosario, the former Guardian, to lead off, and James Wood and Nathaniel Lowe, 2, 3, and 4, the Nationals order, against left-hander Logan Allen. First pitch is a changeup that missed to the outside, ball 1. Rosario single to right in the first inning, moved to second on a single to left by James Wood, but got picked off second base, ending the bottom of the first inning. Allen delivers, runs a fastball inside, and the count's 2-0. Allen, the pitcher, whirled around and picked him off with a throw to the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. The pitch swung on, ground ball, fair pass Ramirez and down the left field line. This will be extra bases for Rosario on his way to second. And Schneemann along the left field line and foul ground gets it in toward third. So Rosario is 2 for 2 and aboard with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third.
Well, his good game in Cincinnati came against the left-handed starter Nick Lodolo, so he's showing his ability to hit left-handed pitching. And now he's talking over with Arias, former teammate there. He might not want to take such a big lead off second this time.
Especially with James Wood, the batter. Wood tied for second in the National League and tied for fourth in the majors in home runs. Checks up on the first pitch. A cutter in for a strike. Wood is driven in 23.
Rosario took about a 1.5 step lead that time.
Now the set of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a breaking ball. And the count 1-2. Wood with the 10 home runs and 9 doubles, 19 extra base hits, tied for 5th in the majors, 550 slugging, tied for 8th. Here's the pitch, way outside, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. League leaders presented by PVI Office Furniture. Swing for the fences with PVI Office Furniture. We'll come to you to design your dream workspace and save you 15% on your purchase. PVI, your office, your league leader. The kick and the pitch to Wood. Swing and a bouncer foul back behind the plate. We have Wood and Nathaniel Lowe on deck, hitting back-to-back. They are the Nationals amongst the league leaders. Lowe in the RBI department with 28. Tied for 7th in the NL and tied for 8th overall in the big leagues. Allen delivers. Breaking ball popped up foul down the left field line. It is slicing and hits the side wall. Too far away for the left fielder Schneemann coming in. So they'll do it again on 1 and 2 to Wood, who ran it out. He comes back, has his bat handed to him by the Nationals bat boy. Back into that left-hand hitter's batter's box with an open stance. Left foot on that back line. In with the open stance, he's close to the plate. Here's the set. Allen delivers. He takes. And it's a breaking ball low and away. Get Wood to chase. With his single in the first inning, he's in 8 straight. He's 10 for his last 26. He's in 12 of his last 13 games. The average has been climbing. Here's the set, and Allen delivers, and Wood takes, and a pitch just missed. Knee-high outside corner with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Give credit to Jacob Metz for not ringing him up. A lot of umpires call low strikes on Wood. That was borderline.
3 balls. 2 strikes. Allen sets. Rosario leading off second. Here's the pitch. And now he takes a fastball in there called strike 3. So that one was a little bit higher than the previous pitch. And in the zone of the outer half, they let a good one go by. Logan Allen with his first strikeout. First out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
It's clearly sitting breaking ball there. And Allen snuck a fastball. That's the spot Wood likes to swing, that outer 3rd.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe, flied out to the shortstop in shallow left his first time, and he takes the first pitch fastball well outside, ball 1. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Lowe is in 4 straight in 8 of his last 9 games. Allen sets, kicks, delivers. And the pitch off the plate away. 2 balls and no strikes. Earliest start time for any game in the big leagues, but a couple will start just after 1 o'clock. The Pirates and Cardinals in St. Louis. And interleague, the Astros and Brewers in Milwaukee. The pitch, low outside with a breaking ball. It's 3-0. Sonny Gray for the Cardinals, Mitch Keller for the Pirates, and in Milwaukee, Framber Valdez against the Brewers' Quinn Priester. Now the pitch, high to the outside, and that is ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Lowe. Draws his 15th walk of the year. And the Nationals, well, here we go again, Dave. For Alex Cole coming up, situation of the first inning, runners on first and second, this time with one out. He was up with 2 out in the first inning. That's when Allen whirled around and picked Rosario off second base. Cole then had a clean count, led off the second with a double to right center, and later scored, hit it off the big wall. And looks the first pitch over. It's inside and in the dirt, ball 1. Cole now with a double, 5 for his last 12. Hit in 4 straight. He's hit in 8 of his last 9. 11 hits and 25 times up, a 440 clip. Allen sets. Here's the pitch. And Cole takes. Fastball just a hair high, maybe. Cole reacted like it was high and in. And maybe helped by the call there based on his body language, because that pitch looked like a strike. Allen sets. Runners first and second. And the pitch in there called strike. Thigh-high fastball at 91 miles an hour, 2-1. Nationals with 5 hits. Guardians with 1, and the Nationals the only run. Allen's ready now. The 2-1. Cole swings, hits it in the air to right field again, slicing toward the line and heading toward foul ground. Lands on the warning track and bounces up against the stands. So the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alex Cole. Saturday, May 17th, when the Nats are away in Baltimore, tacos and tequilas back at Nats Park. Join the live music, great tacos, and over 90 mezcals and tequilas. Grab your tickets now at nats.com/tacos and tequila. Here's the set now. The pitch to Cole is way inside with a fastball. So the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. With Rosario at second, low at first, 1 out. Last of the third, and the Nationals leading 1-0. Santana, the first baseman, is way off the line against the right-handed hitters. Lowe can get a huge lead off first. And on 3-2, the pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. A base hit into center field. Rosario getting the green light around third. He's coming home. Martinez up with the ball. Will not make a throw. Will lob the ball into second base. Alex Cole does it again. He's 2 for 2. A single up the middle. Drives in his 14th run of the year. And it's now the Nationals 2 and the Guardians nothing. Lowe stopping at second base.
He continues to be a pain for opposing pitchers. That's the best way to describe it. He works the count to 2 strikes, doesn't chase, forces Allen to come center of the zone with a fastball, not wanting to walk him to load the bases, and delivers a bullet base hit. So he scored a run and driven in the other.
So here's Keibert Ruiz, who grounded to second base, advancing call to third. That was in the second. Looks the first pitch over, and it's outside, ball 1 with a sweeping slider. Ruiz doesn't have to worry about advancing a runner. Right now he's in an RBI spot. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Ball 2 with that same sweeping slider that didn't have any sweep or any slide.
Yeah, he needs to hit the ball in the air here. He's looking for a pitch to drive, especially ahead in the count. Ground ball, no good.
2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. And that one's too high. Ball 3 with a cutter. He's in the driver's seat as Ruiz with a 3-0 count. 1 out, runners first and second. Allen sets. He works pretty quickly. Pitch on the way. Ruiz takes, it's inside, ball 4. Second 4-pitch walk of the inning. 2 of the last 3 batters. And now they're loaded up as Lowe goes to third. Call into scoring position at second. Luis Garcia Jr. with a start against the left-hander will come up. And Carl Willis, longtime pitching coach of the Guardians, will make a trip to the mound and slow down action here. Brought to you by Iserved. Well, this Garcia hit by a pitch, the only pitch he saw in the second, the first batter Allen's hit this year.
I mean, you look at the way this game has flowed. The Nationals have had chance after chance. They score. You got a pick off in the first. They scored 1 in the second. They have 1 here in the third. This is kind of a pivotal sequence here. That Garcia can really break this game open a bit, considering how well Soroka's pitching. So for Logan Allen, this is his big spot. He's got a lefty-lefty matchup. He's trying to limit the damage, keep his team in the game, knowing the Nationals' bullpen struggles. But Garcia can give them a nice cushion here with a big hit.
Yeah, Soroka's had quick innings. They've been long innings for Allen. And here is Garcia standing in, the left-hander into the windup, the pitch. And Louis looks it over, off the plate away. for ball one.
I think the pitching coach might have told him to wind up because he's had the 2 4-pitch walks this inning, pitching out of the stretch.
Maybe so. We see it so unusually now. Next delivery swung on, hit in the air, and driven to deep left center field. Martinez, the center fielder, to his right there, makes the catch. Runner tags, coming down the line. 2 scores, Nathaniel Lowe. The other runners hold call at second, and Ruiz at first. Sacrifice fly, run batted in for Luis Garcia Jr., his 5th sacrifice fly of the year. And it's now the Nationals 3 and the Guardians nothing. Good job by Garcia.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of hits against left-handed pitching, but he's had a few of those sac flies. Big one against the Orioles to win a game, and that helps add to the lead.
5 sacrifice flies now for him. Tyson, Jordan Alvarez, and Geraldo Perdomo for the Major League lead. As Dylan Cruz looks at a strike. Next pitch, he looks at another, and this one is low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cruz fouled out to the first baseman Santana on a 3-1 pitch in the second. 2 runs home, 3-0 Nats. Allen sets. He kicks and the left-hander delivers, swinging a bouncing ball left side. Ramirez backs up on it, has it, and he'll go the short way to second for the force on Ruiz to end the inning. 5-4, the ground ball to the third baseman for the out at second. Nationals scored twice in the inning with 2 hits, 2 walks.
Can't get enough baseball.
Honda. Visit your local Washington area Honda dealer today. Michael Soroka back to work. He's thrown 36 pitches, 26 strikes in the first 3 innings. Has allowed 1 hit and walked 1. Struck out 4. First man to face him, Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. They're switch hitting third baseman. Soroka delivers, and the first pitch, a slider, bends in for a strike. Ramirez called out on strikes, ending the first inning. Third baseman Rosario backing up toward a shortstop position. The pitch is just off the plate away with a fastball. It's 1-1. Shortstop Abrams is well toward the middle, straight up on the right side. Outfield just about straight away, and the pitch, check swing and a foul. That one almost clipped Carlos Santana, the on-deck hitter. Almost went down into a crouch, like his catching days.
Good thing he's not really tall.
The wind in the pitch, it's way outside this time, missing with a changeup, 2-2. Young very deep in center, just to the right of dead center. The wind by Soroka, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Ramirez is down on strikes for a second time. That was nasty again. That time he went downstairs with a hard fastball and Ramirez tried to go get it, and he couldn't. Strikeout number 5 for Michael Soroka. Brings up Carlos Santana, the designated hitter, out of the ground ball to first as he led off the second. Soroka delivers, swinging a pop-up over the screen foul and backing out of play. Watching Santana with this young team around him, Dave, for a guy who's 39 years old, he plays with a lot of energy. Now the pitch, outside for a ball. You can even look at the last play of the game yesterday when he turned a 3-6-3 double play, got back to the bag to take the throw, and that ended the game, game 2 last night. Soroka into the wind and the pitch, taken high and away. It's a guy who, as we said, came up as a catcher, really worked on his defense, and last year at the age of 38, he won a Gold Glove as the Twins' first baseman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Soroka rocks and kicks. The tall right-hander delivers. And swinging a dribbler up the first base line, going to stay fair. Hits the bag, pops in the air, grabbed by Lowe with his bare hand, and he steps on first for the out. Nicely done. It popped up in the air after hitting the bag, and easily right in front of Lowe just grabbed it with his throwing hand.
Yeah, you never know what it's going to do when it hits the base. It could take a wayward hop, but that was a room service hop, if you will.
Thank you very much. And here now is Gabriel Arias, the second baseman. The pitch, breaking ball from Soroka. This is outside with a slider. Arias was strikeout victim number 3. Went out on 3 pitches. Back in the second inning. The wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung through a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So Soroka's pretty much had everything working so far. And working now with a 3-0 lead. He winds, kicks, and fires. Swing and a ball beaten foul. Ends up rolling to the blue stone wall behind the plate. Retrieved by the on-deck hitter, Bo Naylor.
You knew he was chomping at the bit. I mean, I think he didn't want to necessarily make that last rehab start, but they wanted to get stretched out more, over 90 pitches. Struck out 11.
Now the wind and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the hole, and that will go through a base hit into left field. No chance for Abrams, the shortstop, or Rosario, the third baseman. So Gabriel Arias has the second hit for Cleveland. 2 outs, single to left, and now Bo Naylor, the left-handed hitting catcher, comes up. Naylor single to right on the first pitch fastball in the second. 3 for 6 in the series. Outfield will play him deep and almost straight away. Bit of a gap in left center with Young just a little bit toward right center. Naylor in open stance deep in the box. Knees slightly bent, bat laying over the left shoulder. Soroka delivers. And a breaking ball to start him off inside with a slider. Naylor last year played in 123 games, becoming the primary catcher for Cleveland, but he hit just .201. Long hold by Soroka. And a throw to first. Diving back in is Arias. Naylor had 13 home runs, which was a career high. Came up, played in 67 games for Cleveland in 2023. 5 games in 22. 25 years of age. Soroka sets, delivers the pitch, and that's in there, called strike. Evens the count 1-1. Time a slider. Again, Abrams toward the middle, and Rosario, the third baseman, in his shortstop position. They leave the opening down the left field line. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, called strike. Slider, and gets ahead 1-2. Plate umpire Jacob Metz cleaning off home plate. Looked like he was giving somebody time to gather himself. Maybe not. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Naylor. Ruiz will make a throw as the pitch is in there. Strike 3 called. Caught him looking at a breaking ball, and strike 3 ends the inning. So the throw down doesn't mean anything. It was a good throw, though. Strikeout number 6 for Soroka. No runs, 1 hit for the Guardians, and that man's
Great moments.
Jacob Young, an RBI double in the second, leads off the bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Nationals. First pitch, he looks it over, it's right in there, a called strike. It was his 4th double of the year, his 5th run batted in, scoring Alex Call. Logan Allen delivers, and he's in there, called strike with a cutter. And Young is down in the count, 0-2. Third baseman Ramirez backs up a few steps. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. He's gone on 3 pitches, struck him out with a changeup. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Washington Nationals Baseball Network.
WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas and
Charlie Slows, Dave Jagler with you from the Nissan broadcast booth as C.J. Abrams looks at a first pitch, low ball 1. He's popped to third and fouled out to third. Twice to the third baseman in the air. The pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. And a sweeping slider. The count 1-1 on Abrams. Next pitch. It is taken a little bit high. They appeal. Guardians wanted to check on Abrams or whether he checked the swing. Tony Rondauza, the umpire at third, said no swing. 2 balls and a strike the pitch. And he looks at a fastball right in there. 2-2. Pitch to hit there that time. Now the next offering, swinging a line drive into right center field. A base hit for Abrams. Got a cutter to the outer half and still got enough of the bat on it to hit sharply to the second baseman's right out of the right center field. So Abrams has now hit in 11 of his last 12 games with an official at bat. And he is aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4th inning of Nationals baseball is driven by your Washington area Honda dealers. Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. Visit your local Washington area Honda dealer today. Now a throw to first, and Abrams standing on the bag. He has 7 steals in 9 tries. And now the set. Here's the pitch. And Ahmed Rosario looks it over. It's a called strike to the outside. Dylan Cruz has 9 steals. He has been leading the way. Now the set of the pitch. Swing and a big cut and a miss by Rosario and a changeup diving down. Well, James Wood, Jacob Young with 5 steals. Luis Garcia has 6. Nats have stolen 40 bases. Now the set. And Allen holds and delivers. And Rosario looks it over. It's just outside, 1-2. Mets are tied for 4th in the NL and 6th in the majors in steals entering the day. Thrown out 11 times. And had a pickoff today. The pitch. Rosario hopping up and down as he watches the pitch go by. A changeup to the outside, missing. 2-2. Second baseman way up the middle, completely wide open right side. Now the pitch. And Rosario pops it up. Foul off first. Santana coming over, but this will be out of play. Holding 2-2 on Ahmed Rosario. Making start number 9 at third base. He started 5 games at second. Abrams leads from first as Allen comes set. And the pitch. Fastball inside. Count full, 3-2. Kind of had Abrams weight shift back toward first base on the delivery. But now that it's 3-2, we'll see if he goes. Allen to the belt. And he throws over. Abrams back standing.
Now I think CJ will definitely run. That's the second disengagement. 3-2 count.
And that throw over was kind of a soft toss. You weren't going to get him with that. Allen ready. And Abrams runs. The pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. CJ will have to make a U-turn back to first base. This portion of Nationals baseball is brought to you by Portner & Shore. Attorneys at law. Expect more at Portner & Shore. Call 855-PORTNER or visit PortnerandShore.com. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Abrams runs again, and the pitch swung on and pulled foul back behind the plate to the bluestone wall. They'll do it again. 8 pitches into the at-bat for Rosario.
Generally the ball's in play, and that's why they're comfortable starting. Rosario's only drawn 1 walk all season. He's only struck out 7 times.
Again on 3-2. Abrams does not go, and the pitch swung on and hit in the air to left center field, fairly deep but playable for Schneemann. He moves in a step and makes the catch for the out. Back to first is Abrams.
I think CJ was tired.
2 away. He would have been coming back had he run anyway. So now here's James Wood. Single to right of the first, or single to left, I should say, the first, called out on strikes on a pitch over the plate in the third. Here's the set of the pitch. Low outside, ball 1. And here are the youngsters from all the schools on hand here for Weather Day. Here's the set now. And the pitch swung on and fouled off to the left and out of play. The sounds emanating from the crowd are definitely different when you have this many youngsters, especially when they're really just below us in the upper deck. They're almost as high as we are. Here's the set of the pitch. Wood looks over a fastball. That's right in there, called strike. And that gets Allen ahead of Wood. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-0 Nationals. Runner first, 2 out, bottom of the 4th. The left-hander ready, the pitch. And Wood looks it over again. And it's a sinking fastball low. 2-2. Play him the opposite way in the outfield to pull on the infield. Now the set. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slow breaking ball to retire the side. So Allen with 3 strikeouts, and 2 of them have been James Wood. 1 swinging, 1 looking. and thrown 53 pitches. As we go to the 5th inning, it's the Nationals 3 and the Guardians nothing. Back in with a play-by-play for the Nissan broadcast booth. Here's Dave Jagler.
Thank you, Charlie. 7-8-9 as Soroka will face the center fielder Martinez. Angel waves his bat in front of the plate, takes a breaking ball for a strike. Martinez's father, a big league catcher, Sandy, manages the Dominican Summer League team for the Nationals. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. A slider to his back foot, 0-2. So a familial connection for Angel Martinez to the Nats organization. 2 strikes quickly on him. Here comes Soroka to the plate. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Ruiz steps into foul territory and throws down to low to complete the strikeout. Martinez gone on 3 pitches, and Soroka has 7 Ks. Saturday, it's the Nats and Cardinals at 4:05, and it's Harry Potter Day. 10,000 lucky fans can score a Nationals Quidditch jersey. Don't miss the magic. Get your tickets at nats.com/Harry Potter.
I know you read every page of every book.
Twice. Here's the pitch. Nolan Jones takes low and outside. Got 2 kids. Don't want to spoil the ending. Here's the 1-0. And it's outside, 2-0.
It's different when you already know what's going to happen, right?
Voldemort was bad. Jones steps out, gets timeout, or he who must not be named.
It is an amazing phenomenon now that kids who've grown up with it love a Harry Potter Day, or they'll go to Universal and go to Harry Potter Land there and dress up with their capes and their wands. And
I mean, the first book came out before my kids were born. Here's the 2-0. Outside, ball 3. So Jones with a 3-0 count.
Mine insisted on reading it themselves, but I mean, for little kids, that was hard reading.
It got a little dark at times. The 3-0. Outside. So Jones walks on 4 pitches. That's the second walk issued by Soroka.
Turn them into movies. They're huge success.
Yeah.
Still popular.
They made the last book into 2 movies.
That's true.
There's so much going on. So 1 on, 1 out. And here's Brian Rocchio. Grounded out his first time up. Rosario moves in at third. Switch hitting shortstop digs in. The pitch. That's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
DVDs, and then you got to get the Blu-ray to get the deleted scenes and the extra features.
Soroka's next delivery popped up out of play to the left. Well, Saturday is Harry Potter Day here. Post-game concert Friday. Our old friend Eric Fetty's going to be pitching for the Cardinals Friday against Mitchell Parker.
And we saw him a bunch during the spring.
He and Michael Soroka, White Sox teammates, they were roomies in spring training. And faced each other, the 0-2. Strike 3 called, backdoor breaking ball over the outside corner. Catches Rocchio looking. And Soroka piling up the strikeouts. He has 8.
I don't know if that's how he intended to throw that pitch, but it worked. A high breaking ball drops in over the outside corner about belt high.
It's 2 down for Stephen Kwan with Jones at first. Rosario in on the grass at third. Soroka holds and pitches. And a swing and a miss on a ball that hit him. They send the runner back to first. Stephen Kwan just swung at a pitch that hit him.
Hit him in the foot. We thought we only had guys who could do that day.
Wow.
They hit him in the back foot.
Kwan with a look of just disgust on his face. So 0-1, no hit batter when you swing. Inside target Ruiz. Here comes Soroka. And that breaking ball is taken for a strike. So he swung at the one that hit him, and he takes the one in the zone.
And again, because he swung at the ball and hit him, it becomes a dead ball. That's why the runner was sent back to first. No wild pitch.
Outfield shallow and toward left. Here's the 0-2. Swing a roller foul up the first base line.
Anthony Soroka pitching like this can make a huge difference.
Trying to finish off 5 scoreless. Here's the 0-2 with the runner going. It's high. Ruiz comes up throwing. The tag by Ruiz is there in time, and he is out. Gabriel Ruiz guns down Nolan Jones, and it was not close. So Soroka with a couple of more strikeouts, a scoreless inning. Guardians looked at a replay when they shouldn't have bothered. That was in there and plenty. Get your tickets for that special event at nats.com/specials. Nathaniel Lowe will lead off the bottom of the 5th. It is 3-0 Nationals in front of the Guardians. Logan Allen delivers. Breaking ball served in the air. Third base side foul ground. Ramirez has a play on the side warning track, and he drops the ball. He had more room than he thought. He came to a stop and reached about 3 steps from the railing and dropped it. We will assume that will be an error. We'll await the official word.
Did not look like he had trouble with his son, but hard to tell at the last moment. Does get an error.
Here's the wind of the 0-1. Strike 2 called. So Lowe will see if he can take advantage of the extra opportunity. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Jose Ramirez, somewhat surprisingly charged with his 6th error of the year.
Made only 9 all of last year.
The 1-2. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Between he and Rocchio, the shortstop, they each have 6 errors. Nationals as a team have committed 15. You have their 2 left side infielders with a combined 12. Allen ready, steps, kicks, fires, and just missed Lowe. Sinking fastball at 88.
Yeah, the Nationals started out very well defensively, then they had a string of errors, and now their fielding percentage up to .988.
3-2 pitch, fouled back.
That's 4th in the National League, 6th in the Major Leagues in fielding percentage. That's really good. Playing a lot of clean baseball lately. That gives you a chance.
The windup to 3-2. Runs inside, check swing, they appeal, he didn't go. So that error proves costly for Cleveland because the at-bat continues. Instead of a first pitch pop-out, Lowe draws his 2nd walk. Let's see if the Nationals can take advantage. Here's Alex Call. A double and a run scored and an RBI single. 3 for 6 and a walk in the series against the organization that had him and let him go. The set and the pitch from the lefty, and that's in the dirt. Again, Logan Allen, if you follow baseball, may be a familiar name, but this is actually the 2nd different Logan Allen that has pitched for Cleveland in recent years. They had a Logan Allen from 2019 to 2022. And this Logan Allen from 23 until now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside with a curve. So for 7 years in a row, the Guardians or Indians have had a Logan Allen on their team. Just two different players. This is Logan T. Allen. Here's the pitch. And that's high, which is kind of like when the Nationals play the Mariners. For a while this year, the Mariners have had two starting pitchers named Luis Castillo. And they were going back-to-back days. We'll see if it ends up that way when the teams play later in May. 3-0 count, the pitch. Hall takes one right down the middle as the Guardians bullpen is going. The left-hander, Joey Cantillo. The other Logan Allen pitched in the big leagues last year for Arizona, but he's not in the big leagues this year. The 3-1 pitch. Call, check, swing, and he offered at ball 4. That was a changeup down and a rare swinging a pitch out of the zone for Alex Call, let alone a pitch that would have been ball 4. He takes his time out.
He got caught in between, indecisive there on the check swing.
So he'll dig back in after the timeout. 3-0 Nationals, bottom of the 5th. Low at first, no outs. Call back in from the right side. Here's the pitch home. Swinging a fly ball, sliced down the right field line. That'll be out of play. Cleveland acquired Alex Call in a trade from the White Sox for Cesar Hernandez. And Alex broke into the big leagues in 2022 for a brief stay. Here's the pitch. Inside, he bat flips ball 4. So he kind of had to walk twice there as he had swung at a previous ball 4. But Allen has issued back-to-back walks. Stephen Vogt is going to make a trip to the mound and slow down in action, which is brought to you by Izervay. So Allen got a bit of a tough break there with a drop pop-up. He walks low and he walks Call. And now Stephen Vogt's going to take the baseball. So Allen departs, 4 innings plus 2 batters. This will be a call to the bullpen brought to you by Main Street Bank. It's your local bank local. Put our team in your office. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Cantillo is on to pitch. Nationals trying to add to a 3-0 lead here on the Nationals Radio Network.
Are you a current or
presented by Inova, the official healthcare provider of the Washington Nationals. New pitcher for the Guardians, the native of Honolulu, Hawaii, Joey Cantillo. He will face Keibert Ruiz. 3-0 Nationals, 2 on, no outs. The pitch. Slow breaking ball, catches the top of the zone, a 74-mile-per-hour curve. Cantillo pitched the bottom of the 8th inning in Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. He's 25 years of age. He's a tall lefty, 6'4", 225. You have Low at second, Call at first. Cantillo, third base side of the rubber. Holds his set and he throws. And it's down and outside, a 91-mile-per-hour fastball.
Kind of holds that glove with his hand in it against the left side of his chest. Very tightly there, so maybe he's trying to hide whatever he's gripping so that he isn't tipping pitches.
Now he comes set too early. Ruiz not attentive to the pitcher, so a warning. Cantillo throws 4 different pitches. His background as a starter. Low 90s fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. Not a hard thrower. The 1-1 to Ruiz. There's a slow breaking ball for a strike at 75.
It's kind of a throwback, Dave, seeing a guy come in and throw slow breaking balls in a big spot.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a changeup. So it's kind of slower and slowest. And Ruiz, normally tough to strike out, fans on 4 pitches. So that's the first out. And here's Luis Garcia Jr., who's an 0 for 0 today, a hit by pitch and a sac fly. RBI situation here with 2 on, 1 out against the lefty. Cantillo deals and comes in high with a changeup. So he's throwing nothing but the soft stuff, just 1 fastball so far. Gap in right center for Louie. The 1-0. And that's just low. A changeup again at 77. Garcia waits, the 2-0 on the way. Fastball knee high for a strike at 90. Might have looked like 100 after all those changeups. Garcia just 2 for 18 against left-handed pitching this year, but 3 sacrifice flies, including the one against Allen in the 3rd. Ready for a 2-1, here it is. He takes, that's just high with a curve. 3-1 with Dylan Cruz on deck. Nationals patient at bats this inning. Low walked, Call walked, and now Garcia 3-1 with 1 out. Here it comes. Swinging a chopper foul through the camera well at the far end of the dugout, and unfortunately Garcia swung at a pitch that almost hit him and was clearly going to be ball 4. So that may be a gift for Cantillo, and Garcia digs back in. Lowe leads from second. Rocchio, the shortstop, in behind him. Call leads at first. The 3-2 from the left-hander. Breaking ball high, and the bases are loaded. So that's the second time in this inning a Nationals batter has swung at potentially ball 4, only later to draw ball 4.
Well, you have potential here for a big inning with a big hit. All starting with a dropped foul pop. They have yet to make the Guardians pay for it.
And here's Dylan Cruz. Cruz had an RBI chance in the second inning, popped up. Same in the 3rd inning, grounded out. Infield back except the first baseman. Here's the pitch. And with a scream, it's delivered. And a changeup for a strike. It's weather day, so the youngsters are getting into this bases loaded chance.
Well, it seemed like she was right by our crowd microphone.
Absolutely. Here's the set. The 0-1 delivery to Cruz. Swinging a pop fly, a little looper actually, and it's caught by the second baseman, Arias. That one, kind of a twisting little soft line drive. And with the infield playing back, an easy catch for Arias, who almost could have let it drop and had a double play. The runners had to hold.
It's right off the very end of the bat.
So Jacob Young, the batter. Young delivered a key RBI double with 2 outs in the second. Bases full, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Low inside, ball 1. And the Nationals have really let the Guardians hang around here. The Nationals have had all the scoring opportunities. The Guardians haven't had a man to second base. The 1-0 delivery. Swinging a line drive, shallow right, coming on as Jones. The ball hangs up, and he makes the catch. And the Nationals leave the bases loaded. No runs, no hits, an error, 3 walks, 3 left. We go to the 6th. Nationals 3, Guardians.
Introducing baseball.
this innings. He's out there for the 6th with a 3-0 lead. Back in with a play-by-play from the Nissan broadcast booth. Here's Charlie Slows.
All right, Dave, top of the order, and Stephen Kwan was at the plate when Nolan Jones was thrown out trying to steal in the 5th. And the first pitch from Soroka is a fastball in for a strike at 94 miles an hour. And as the inning begins, right-hander Jorge Lopez begins to warm in the Nationals bullpen. That was only the 68th pitch for Soroka. Next delivery, hit on the ground right side and through into right center, a base hit. Young was shading left center, so has to get over on it quickly. And a huge turn by Kwan. He stopped, then Young dropped the ball, picked it up quickly. Kwan looked like he was going to go again towards second, but instead headed back to first. So he's on with a leadoff single. And just the 3rd hit of the game for the Guardians. Nationals with all the chances, leaving the bases loaded. Left 9 men on the game. And 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Now a swing and a ground ball right side, almost hit the runner. Kwan got out of the way of it, and it's into right field. A base hit for Daniel Schneemann. Up the ball is Cruz. Back-to-back hits to start the inning. The Guardians will bring the tying run to the plate in Jose Ramirez with nobody out.
And we all seen enough games where it feels like the Nationals should be ahead 7-0, and they're up 3, and all of a sudden the Guardians have life, and their MVP candidate at the plate, and Kwan had to make a real athletic jump to jump over the top of that ball or would have hit him.
So here is Ramirez, struck out looking, struck out swinging, 0 for 2 against Soroka. And the first pitch bends in, called strike, a slider. 0-1. Now the set of the pitch, swing, and he fouls it over the screen out of play on a fastball. Straight back, 95 miles an hour.
The pitch was above the letters. It's like Ramirez had committed to swing before the pitch.
Kwan off second, Schneemann off first. Soroka to the belt. The right-hander delivers. Low outside with a fastball. And it's 1-2. So maybe they were thinking somewhere around 80 pitches for Soroka, although we mentioned his last rehab started. Got over 90. Here's the set. Hasn't had a lot of stress in this game. Breaking ball. Ramirez turned the body. Did he go? They appeal and no swing the ruling. But now they're going to say he's hit by the pitch. He said he was hit by the pitch, didn't swing at it. And so then the home plate umpire, Jacob Metz, after the appeal that said he didn't swing, ruled hit by pitch, and that loads the bases.
Nationals are going to look at a replay to see if it did hit him. Apparently it did.
They will not appeal. It didn't matter until they got a no swing from the third base umpire. And now Ruiz, time called, is going to go to the mound. Lopez looks like he's had enough time to be ready. And this looks like they're stalling here. Everyone in the infield coming in. So this looks like a huddle to call a play in football, doesn't it? When they're settled up around Soroka, the meeting of the mound breaks up. Ruiz coming back to the plate. Abrams to short. Ramirez toward third. Or Rosario, I should say. Garcia towards the right side and Lowe back into first base position. Abrams going to shade the middle against Carlos Santana. Hit a huge 3-run homer in Game 2 last night. Soroka delivers, and the pitch is a fastball outside, ball 1. A 3-0 lead. Felt like the Nationals were in control. Now maybe not so much. Santana came in 0 for 4. Matchups, takes the pitch. Where was that? Fastball just low. It's 2-0. Twice he has grounded to the first baseman low in this game. That's back at second and short. They give up a run to get outs here with nobody out. 2-0 the count. Soroka kicks, delivers the pitch. Big swing and a miss and a fastball to the outer half. 2-1. Swung and a strike. Took a ferocious cut.
Soroka's career high in strikeouts is 9. He has 8 today. Could use one.
He really could. Now the pitch. Swinging a line drive. That's going to be a base hit down the right field line. On a slider. Into the corner goes Cruz to dig it out. And this is going to clear the bases. This is going to tie the game. The throw to the plate not in time as Ramirez scores. In front of him, Kwan and Schneemann and Carlos Santana, who delivered that 3-run homer last night to break a scoreless tie, has tied this game with a bases-clearing 3-run double into the left field corner. And just like that, it's the Guardians 3 and the Nationals 3. Well, that's a tough break. Davey Martinez starting up the dugout steps. He's coming out. And that's probably going to be all here for Soroka. So a shame that the Nationals didn't add on. Now Soroka will leave a tie game with the runner at second. His responsibility as Davey Martinez takes the baseball. A call to the bullpen brought to you by Main Street Bank. It'll be the right-hander Jorge Lopez coming on with nobody out and a runner at second and 3 runs home for Cleveland.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
Allowed 2 inherited runners to score. He comes in with a runner at second, and the score tied at 3-3 here in the 6th inning. 17th appearance, 5-0 record, 5.82 ERA, 3 holds, 2 blown saves in 17 innings, allowed 11 runs on 14 hits, 1 homer, struck out 10, walked 5, with 2 hit batters and a .230 average against him. Gabriel Arias will be facing him. The Guardians' second baseman is struck out swinging, single to left. Carlos Santana at second. And nobody out of the pitch. Swung on and dribbled foul back behind the plate toward the on-deck hitter, Bo Naylor. So Soroka 5 innings plus 4 batters in the 6th, charged with 3 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 8, he walked 2 and hit a batter. 78 pitches, 53 were strikes. Santana his run at second base. And a swing and a line drive center field. Jacob Young's going to have to play it on a hop. Santana had a hold, so he now crosses to third. And the Guardians have runners on first and third with nobody out. Second hit of the game for Arias. And the batter now will be Bo Naylor, the catcher. Single to right center and been called out on strikes, 1 for 2. He's 3 for 7 in the series. He entered the game hitting 198.
Andrew Chafin up in the Nats bullpen as the Guardians have a lot of lefties after the switch hitter Martinez, who's on deck.
That's a play for 2 up the middle with nobody out. And the pitch inside and smothered by Ruiz. It's at his feet, now in front of him. The runner at first takes off. Arias will go to second. Holding at third on the play, Santana.
Ruiz was shaken up.
Not sure where that one got him. Let's see. Got him on the wrist. Or his throwing hand, maybe. The forearm of his throwing hand. Let's see. No, it was the glove hand. There's Paul Lassard, the National Director of Athletic Training out there, is kind of squeezing that hand for a moment. Let's see, we're getting another look at it from the center field shot. Got him in the elbow, the right elbow. So maybe his grabbing the hand because you get that funny bone feeling down all the way down through your arm. So got him on the inside portion of the elbow. We all know what it's like, Dave, to bang your elbow.
Yeah, they call it the funny bone, but as we always say, there's nothing funny about that when you hit it.
And again, he was on one knee, so he was trying to throw his body to the right to get in front of the ball, and he did. But then he couldn't find it. He's taking a practice throw to Rosario at third. Lopez had come in from the mound to check on Ruiz. I would say he's okay by those two throws. And so now we'll resume with runners on second and third. And nobody out. You would assume the Nationals bring the infield in, and they do. Wild pitch took away any chance of turning a double play. A ball and no strikes on Bo Naylor. Big inning for Cleveland. They've tied the game and have runners second and third, nobody out. Lopez, first base side of the slab, sets. He kicks. He delivers way outside, and it's 2-0. Chafin doesn't need hardly any time at all to get ready in the bullpen. Now the set. And the pitch. And this one is low and inside, 3-0. Chafin has said he's thrown a lot already in his career. He goes, he saves the throws for the game instead of in the bullpen. Lopez ready. 3-0 delivery. Swung on, popped up, foul behind the plate, out of play. Wow, a little surprising. Turned loose. The guy was barely scraping the 200 mark on 3-0. His hit in this game at 205. Rosario's playing even with the bag at third and right at the cutout. And now the pitch. He lays off. Too high with a fastball, ball four. And so Lopez has come in and given up a single to center and now walked Naylor. Also uncorked a wild pitch. And Jim Hickey out of the dugout on his way to the mound. Well, for 5 innings, Soroka was lights out. 2-hit shutout, ball over 5, but then this inning started with Kwan singling to right center on an 0-1. Schneemann single to right of the next pitch. And on a 1-2 pitch, Ramirez, a check swing on a ball that hit him. He was ruled not to have swung and hit by the pitch. And then Carlos Santana delivered the blow with a line drive double into the right field corner and banged around in there long enough that all 3 runners were able to score. So now double play in order again. See how the Nats play it with the bases loaded. Looks like Abrams and Garcia will back up at least halfway. Garcia a little further back against the Martinez batting from the left side. And the pitch, swing, a ground ball toward the middle, but it's on through into center field, a base hit. Santana scores. Here comes Arias. He scores. Naylor will stop at second and on at first with a single to center. And 2 runs batted in is Angel Martinez. His 8th and 9th runs batted in of the year. And the Guardians with a huge inning. 5 on the board in the 6th. It's now Cleveland 5 and Washington 3. And Davey Martinez coming out. That's it for Lopez. Faces 3 batters. He'll go to Andrew Chafin. 1 of those runs charged to Soroka and 1 run charged to Lopez. Still nobody out in the inning. Runners on first and second. Nolan Jones will be the scheduled hitter against the left-hander Andrew Chafin on his way in for the Nationals bullpen. We'll take a pitching change break here in the 6th inning. Now the Guardians 5, the Nationals.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco.
2/3 of an inning in relief of Jake Irvin. He allowed a hit. He stranded an inherited runner, struck out a batter through 14 pitches. So his third appearance overall, no record. The 2 holds, his ERA's at 0. An inning and a third all told. He's given up 1 hit, struck out 3, and walked none. Facing Nolan Jones, who's been out trying to bunt his way on, and walked and thrown out trying to steal. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. The 8th man to bat of the inning. And 5 runs home. And he bunts first base side. Chafin's going to have to chase it and picks it up with a glove and races over and tags Jones and sends him tumbling to the grass in the process. Fine play by Andrew Chafin, who hustled to get that ball and then said, you know what, I'm just going to tag him. And he did so with a little authority. I don't think Nolan Jones appreciated it, but I don't think he was trying to knock him down. He's just trying to catch him.
Yeah, Stephen Vogt's coming over because Jones, I think, wants a piece of Chafin, and Vogt's trying to get in the middle of him and say, hey, you know, that was a baseball play. It was a competitor. I mean, I think Jones thought there was an extra shove, but, you know, I think Chafin's reaching for him, and the momentum kind of carried Jones into a tumble. There was nothing on purpose there. It's just 2 competitors.
So the play, 1 unassisted, and he gets credit for a sacrifice to move the runners. Now, Chafin on the mound. Talking to him is Dan Bellino, the crew chief and first base umpire. Chafin's a fairly big guy at 6'2", 235. So... And the runner's running in a straight line.
His momentum is there to race and pick up the bunt. I mean, that's like he can't pull up.
So here is Brian Rocchio. Turns around to the right side. The pitch swung on and missed. Gets away to the backstop. And another run will score. Oh, my. Oh, my. Rocchio swings and misses. And a run comes home anyway as the ball gets away. Bounced that one, and it took a high hop off the arm of Ruiz. Had no chance. Over to third now. Martinez, infield in. With an 0-1 count on Rocchio, who's grounded at first and struck out looking. He's 0 for his last 26. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Came at him with a slider. Nationals now with 2 wild pitches.
It was after 4 in Game 2 yesterday and 1 in Game 1. That's 7 in the series.
And 23 for the year. Now the pitch. Breaking ball low. We'd have to look back and see how many have come that have delivered a run to the plate. Several of them have been with a runner scoring. They are out wild pitching their opponents 23-10 in their 38 games. Infield in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chafin kicks, delivers, and a swing and a ground ball to third. Backing up on Rosario. His only play is to first to low. And they get the out there as Martinez comes in to score. That's the second out. RBI for Rocchio. This is 8th of the year while it stretches as 0 for 27. But he drives in the 7th run of the inning for the Guardians, who now lead 7-3. Unbelievable. When he got a break off third, it wasn't hit hard, and Rosario made the only play he had. So now Stephen Kwan, who led off the inning, bats for the second time with 2 out and nobody on. Rosario's in on the grass to the right of the cutout at third. Chafin delivers, pitch inside, ball 1. Chafin has allowed 2 inherited runners to score after Lopez allowed 1. And the pitch with a grunt is inside and high with a fastball, 2-0. Juan started the inning with a single to right center field. And the pitch. And that one missed a little bit high. 3-0. 4 runs charged to Soroka, 3 to Lopez, who threw only 8 pitches. Chafin delivers. That's in there, called strike 3-1. Games can change in a hurry. Chafin ready now in the pitch. That's in there, called strike, full count, 3-2.
The Nationals answered the Guardians' big inning yesterday. They've got to do it again.
Chafin to the belt. Here's his pitch. And that's low, ball 4. And Kwan is on base for the second time in the inning. So Daniel Schneemann will be the batter. He singled to right on the first pitch he saw in this same inning from the starter Soroka. And later scored on the 3-run double by Carlos Santana. 7 runs, 7 hits for Cleveland. They're now 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position and only left 3 men on base. Throw over and the runner is back. Well, the Nationals with all those chances, 9 men left on, 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Chafin ready now. He kicks, he delivers, and a fastball's inside. Schneemann is 7 for his last 16. Swinging a hot bat. The set by the left-hander. Chafin kicks, delivers, and the pitch is in for a strike with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schneemann has faced Chafin before. He's 0 for 3. Struck him out all 3 times. And a throw over, and the runner's back. Faced Schneemann yesterday. Now Chafin sets. Pitch to run on a low slider. The count's 3-1. Stolen base for Kwan, his 5th of the year. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 out, runner at second now. 7 runs home. Guardians piling up the runs. And a 6-run 7th in game 1 yesterday. Here's the set of the pitch, and it missed. Just low, very close, ball 4. So Schneemann to first, and Jose Ramirez, who checked a swing and then was hit by a pitch earlier in this inning, bats for a second time. Struck out looking, struck out swinging his first 2 at-bats against the starter Soroka, as Cole Henry begins to warm in the Nationals bullpen. Chafin up to 16 pitches. Delivers in a swing and a line drive. 1 hop, a base hit left field. Rounding third, Kwan heading for the plate. Here comes the throw, and the tag will not be made. It's not in time and a little offline, and Kwan scores. Stopping at second is Schneemann, and it's a base hit. RBI for Jose Ramirez, his 17th of the year. And the Guardians continue to pour it on. 8 runs home in the 6th inning. It's now Cleveland 8 and Washington 3. Batter now, Carlos Santana, turning around to bat right-handed. Second at bat for him in the inning. 13th man to bat in the inning for Cleveland. And Chafin comes set, third base side of the rubber. And the pitch on the way to Santana is a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Rounded at first twice and batting left-handed. Bases clearing, 3-run double into the right field corner earlier in the inning. That's how the inning started. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Ruiz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santana facing Chafin is 0 for 7 with a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts. Now Chafin's ready. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third, gobbled up by Rosario to the bag, unassisted to retire the side. 13 men back in the inning for Cleveland. They score 8 runs on a total of 6 hits.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game.
Game 2 of the doubleheader last night. Worked 2/3 of an inning. Hit a walk and a strikeout. Joey Cantillo works 1 inning, 1 walk, stranded 2 inherited runners, 14 pitches. Cleveland in front, 8-3. For Herron, appearance number 17. He's 3-0. The 2.70 ERA. The 7 holds, no saves. 13 in the 3rd innings. He's allowed 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 homers, struck out 15 and walked 6. He has hit 4 batters, and his first pitch is a called strike to C.J. Abrams, leading off top of the order for the Nationals in the bottom of the 6th inning. Abrams, Rosario, and Wood. Herron, third base side of the slab, delivers in a swing and a ground ball right to the first baseman, Santana. He'll take it himself, jogging to the first to beat Abrams, and there's 1 away. With Herron hitting 4 batters, he has 4 of the 8 that Cleveland has hit this year. We'll get a station break here momentarily as Ahmed Rosario's in the box. He has single to right, double to left, flied out to left center. Herron from the stretch with nobody on. Kicks or scored. Rosario doubled in the 3rd, eventually scored. Nationals had a 3-0 lead. Pitch is just off the plate away. It's 3 balls and no strikes. An 8-run top of the 6th for Cleveland. Herron ready. And now he delivers. And the pitch, it missed. Right around the zone. Missed for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Ahmed Rosario. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Nationals Baseball Network.
WJFK FM and HD1.
For the Nissan broadcast booth as James Wood stands in. First pitch to him is in for a strike. Is single to left, struck out looking, struck out swinging. All against the starter Logan Allen, who pitched 2 batters into the 5th, so he cannot be eligible to get a win. Pitch on the way is in there, a called strike. Joey Cantillo pitched an inning. He was the next pitcher. But official scorer can award whoever he wants to get the win. Normally they go with the next pitcher when the lead changes. Here's a swing and a foul off the foot of Wood. The ball spins to a stop on the grass up the first base line. 0-2 on the Nationals' designated hitter today. Josh Bell not in the lineup. And so Wood as the designated hitter for the 7th time. And a swing and a line drive right center field. Coming on is the right fielder Jones. He traps it. It's off his glove. Bounces away. Rosario rounds second. He heads for third. Wood content to hold it first with a single. The Mets have runners on first and third with one out, and Nathaniel Lowe coming up. Sinking liner, Jones coming on and trying to make the play with a big lead. He could take that gamble. They almost caught it, but I think it was a trap. Even if it stays in his glove, he knocked it back toward the infield. Yeah, it was well in front of his glove, as we see on replay.
Wood getting a second look at Herron, who struck him out last night in Game 2, and he was on that breaking ball.
Now Nathaniel Lowe. And the pitch. Looks it over, in there for a strike. He's flied out to the shortstop in left field and walked twice. 8-3, Guardians in front. Now the pitch. It's in there, a called strike. And he's ahead of Lowe, 0-2. Next pitch swung on and dribbled up the first base line, a foul ball. So Lowe stays alive on 0-2. Lowe lined out to center against Herron in Game 2 yesterday. Only at bat against him. It's a lengthy at bat. The kick and another 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. That's the second out of the inning with runners first and third. Only the fifth strikeout for Cleveland pitching. Allen Fan 3, Cantillo 1. And now Herron 1. And time called. Here comes Stephen Vogt on his way out to the mound. He has the right-hander Gaddis in the bullpen, and he'll play the matchup and take the ball with Alex Call, the next scheduled hitter. So another pitching change here with runners first and third, 2 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals need a big hit from Call. It's Cleveland 8, Washington 3, and a pitching change break again.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the
Now for the Guardians. He worked in Game 1 last night, a third of an inning. Finished off the 7th inning. Gave up a base hit. Allowed 2 inherited runners to score, throwing 17 pitches. The hit was to Jose Tena. Facing Alex Call with runners first and third and 2 outs. The bearded Gaddis delivers, and Call takes a fastball over the inside corner. It's a called strike. 17th appearance for Gaddis, who has no record, 10 holds. Second in the American League and the majors. Here's the set. And the pitch. Call takes. That's in at the knees with a strike with a slider, and it's quickly 0-2. Gaddis, an ERA of 0.66. One blown save, 13 2/3 innings, allowed 1 run on 12 hits. Struck out 22 and walked 7. Allowed 1 home run. Call using his timeout. Mid-90s fastball slider change. The big right-hander Gaddis. He comes set. And the pitch. And it's way outside this time, 1-2. And it's listed at 6'6", 260. He turned 27 on April the 8th. The right-hander comes set. He kicks and he delivers and calls swings, gets a piece, fouls it straight back behind the plate to the bluestone wall. The count is 1-2 strikes. Now the set. And the pitch. And that one is taken low. 2-2 strikes. Outfield swung toward right on call. And now Gaddis ready. Runners leading first and third. The 2-2 pitch. He takes a fastball to the outside, a little high in the count full. 3-2 strikes on call.
He can dig himself out of an 0-2 hole with the best of them.
Second baseman Arias way up the middle. The right side is wide open. The outfield shifted the other way. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive in the air to left center field. Not deep. Playable for Schneemann moving in under it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs for the Nationals. One hit a walk. And they lead 2. Aaron and Gaddis combine on the
great moment.
On 25-year-old right-hander Cole Henry. Last worked on Friday in Cincinnati. 1 inning, 1 walk, 21 pitches. Prior to that, worked twice in the series with the Mets on the last homestand. So Henry makes his 8th appearance, no record of 5.63 earned run average. In 8 innings, allowed 5 runs on 8 hits, a homer, struck out 10, walked 4. He's hit 3 batters, 250 average against. Gabriel Arias leads off against him, and the first pitch is outside with a curveball. Andrew Chafin worked 1 inning, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks, a wild pitch. 2 inherited runners scoring, 20 pitches, 10 strikes. Swinging a ground ball, slowly hit up the third base line. Ahmed Rosario comes in, scoops it up, and hands it back to the pitcher. So, a swinging roller of a base hit. How many of those have we seen?
Too many?
Unbelievable.
That's not a team that strikes out much, so they put it in play, and those kind of things can happen.
Bo Naylor, the batter. Guardians catcher single to right center, struck out and walked, scored on a wild pitch. and looks the first one over. Fastball inside, ball one. With the rain out, the Nats had an unplanned day off Monday. A scheduled day off tomorrow. They'll need it. Swinging a high pop-up on the infield. Rosario and Abrams. The shortstop Abrams calls, and he makes the catch, one away. Most notably to reset the bullpen. Boy, how fast things can change. I mean, Soroka was pitching great for the first 5 innings. Nationals had him a lead, even though they had a chance to add on much more. And then the whole thing started to come apart in the 6th inning. Santana, the 3-run double, tied the game, knocked Soroka out of the game, and then the Guardians added 5 more against the relievers. First pitch to Angel Martinez outside, ball one, as he bats left-handed against the right-hander. Single last time up to drive in 2. Now the pitch at the knees, a called strike. His hit came off reliever Jorge Lopez, who faced only 3 batters. A single, a walk, and another base hit to score 2, and uncorked a wild pitch to score a run. Now time called. The pitch delivered anyway. It was a late call of timeout for the hitter. So Henry went on through with the pitch that doesn't count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Game was motoring along until the top of the 6th inning. At a good pace. Now the pitch on the way. Swinging a high fly ball toward the right field line. Cruz moving over and into his left, has the play, and he makes the catch for the out. 2 away. Back to first goes Arias. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. With 2 out, Nolan Jones the batter. And the pitch to Jones runs inside. They wanted to appeal as he moved the bat, but no swing. Again, says Tony Randazzo, the umpire at third. 1 ball, no strikes. Henry delivers. Called strike with a fastball to the outside. And it's 1-1. Guardians with more action in their bullpen now. The right-hander is Matt Festa. Swing, foul ball at the plate. Off the glove of Ruiz. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Celebrate 2 decades of iconic Nationals moments Saturday, May 24th, when the Nats host the Giants at 4:05. Score a mystery bobblehead featuring Zimmerman, Kendrick, or Worth. Which moment will you unwrap? Find out at Nats.com/Nats20. And now a warning for Henry. Was coming set before the hitter Jones was attentive to him. One ball, 2 strikes. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with an elevated fastball. A scoreless inning for Cole Henry. No runs, 1 hit, an infield dribbler, and that man left at first. We've come to the 7th inning stretch here at Nationals Park.
Take a
Second appearance of the series. He worked in game 1 of the doubleheader, finishing the 6th inning in relief of Luis Ortiz. Gave up a base hit that allowed 2 inherited runners to score. First pitch swung on. K-Bear Ruiz, a ground ball up the first base line, handled by Carlos Santana, and right to the bag for the out. 1 pitch, 1 away. Vesta's 3rd appearance since joining Cleveland. 4 innings. Prior to that out, he's allowed a run on 4. It struck out 5 and walked 2. Selected from AAA Columbus after acquired in a trade from the Texas Rangers on April 30th. And the pitch to Luis Garcia, taken inside ball 1 as he squared but was taking the pitch. Vesta signed a minor league deal with Texas February 12th. He had been traded by Texas to Chicago, then DFA'd and released, re-signed with Texas. His pitch missed again. It's 2-0 to Garcia. Then traded to Cleveland. It appeared in 9 games at AAA Round Rock in the Texas organization. Swing and a miss by Garcia. And a fastball. It's 2-1. Appeared in 18 games for the Rangers last year. Vesta ready. And the pitch swung on, line through the left side, a base hit left field for Garcia. Turns on a cutter, hit it the other way, and lined it hard for his first hit of the afternoon. His first official at bat, he'd been hit by a pitch, delivered a sacrifice fly, and walked. So he's 1 for 1. Dylan Cruz comes up, he's fouled out to first, he's grounded to third into a force play, and out on a little blue blinder to the second baseman. He's 0 for 3, and right now in the throes of a 2 for 35 skid. Hits are even at 9, but Cleveland leads 8-3. The pitch to Cruz, swung on, fouled. Straight back, 0-1. Guardians have right-hander Cade Smith now up in their bullpen. It's the losing pitcher in game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. Now the pitch. Swing and a foul back into the screen. Even with a big lead, it seems like Stephen Vogt is intent on getting his entire bullpen in there.
They have the day off tomorrow as well. I would assume we'll see Emmanuel Clase, who's yet to pitch in the series.
0-2 on Cruz. Vesta almost goes into a crouch as he comes set, straightens up and delivers. And the pitch inside hit Dylan Cruz. So the Guardians hit their 9th batter of the year. And Cruz is hit for the 3rd time. He goes to first base. The Nets have 2 on with 1 out, and Jacob Young the batter. Garcia at second now, and Cruz at first. Vesta delivers, and the pitch outside ball 1. Young, a line drive double to right to drive in a run in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Line out to right again in the 5th. Play him way over to right in the outfield, and a swing and a miss. At a breaking ball, the count is 1-1. Vesta, 32 years of age, originally drafted by the Mariners back in 2016 in the 7th round. Pitch on the way is outside. Out of East Stroudsburg College in Pennsylvania. Vesta was born on Staten Island in New York. 2 balls, 1 strike, right-hander ready. Runner Garcia takes off at second, and the pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. He had a walking, running start and had third base stolen.
He surprised everybody because Cruz didn't run the trail runner, so it's not a double steal, but Vesta was just paying him no attention.
The surprise factor is done. Vesta comes set. And the 2-2 swung on, sliced to right. That's going to be a foul ball into the seats and out of play. 2-2 on Young.
The other night, Abrams caught stealing in Cincinnati with the Nationals down 5, and that was one where The Nationals had a rally going, and Davey Martinez wasn't happy. Garcia, they weren't even going to throw. So that was a little different circumstance.
2-2 the pitch from Festa on the way, and Young swings and lines it to center field. Coming on Martinez into a dive, and he made the catch for the out. Angel Martinez takes a hit away from Jacob Young, a sinking liner and a diving catch coming straight in toward the infield in dead straightaway center. That's the play of the day. 2 out, runners first and second. I mean, it was enough of it hung up to hold the runner, so even if it dropped in, if he trapped it or kept it cleanly near his body, the Nationals would probably have ended up with the bases loaded. So here's the pitch now. And Abrams looks it over. It's in for a strike. 1 out of 4 for CJ. Popped to third, fouled out to third, single to right, grounded to first. Garcia off second. Cruz off first. The pitch. Swing, and he's jammed. He fouls it back over the screen and out of play on a fastball at 91 miles an hour. Vesta's gotten ahead of him 0-2. On the way is taken inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the set. Festa kicks, delivers, and Abrams swings and lines it into right center field, a base hit. Garcia around third, he's coming home. Cruz heading for third. Throw to the plate, the dive.
It was probably not the right play because the Nationals do get the second runner, Abrams, into scoring position. And with that in mind, Stephen Vogt's going to come out and call on Cade Smith to face Rosario. We'll see if the Nationals counter with Jose Tena. They do have a left-handed pinch hitting option, or Josh Bell, a switch hitter.
Indeed. So we'll find out shortly. It's another pitching change here at Nationals Park in the bottom of the 7th inning. A run home and 2 out, runners on second and third. Now Cleveland 8 and Washington 4 on the Nationals Baseball Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
On home, 8-4 Cleveland. First pitch is high and inside, ball 1. Smith charged with a blown save and the loss yesterday in game 1 of the doubleheader. 2/3 of an inning, charged with 4 runs, 3 hits, a walk. Through 26 pitches, 14 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed at 96 miles an hour. Smith's 19th appearance, 1-1, 3.12 ERA, 8 holds, 3 saves in 4 tries. Blown save yesterday. Here's the set and the pitch. Rosario swings and fouls it straight back. Fastball at 98. Smith has worked 17 1/3, allowed 14 hits, no home runs, struck out 24, and walked 7 unintentionally. .219 average against him. Cruz off third. Abrams off second. Now the pitch. Low outside, and the count's 2-2. Went to a splitter. James Wood on deck if Rosario can keep the inning going. Turn this into another wild one. Now the set. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball left side toward the hole. A base hit into left field. Cruz has scored. Abrams around third. He's coming home. Schneemann will throw a one-hopper into second base. Ahmed Rosario rewards the confidence of Davey Martinez with a 2-run single to left field. And the Nationals are doing it again. 3 runs home here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And they have made this a close game again. It's now Cleveland 8 and Washington 6.
James Wood represents the tying run. That throw home allowed Abrams to get into scoring position.
Here's the set, and now the pitch to Wood. Fastball, inside ball 1.
With a chance
set of the time is, you throw them out great, but if you don't, you've moved the runner.
Jose Ferrer begins to throw.
In the Nats pen, yes. So now Smith sets. Here's the pitch to Wood, and it's in there, a called strike. It's 1-1. Here's the set. And now the pitch. Swinging a line drive. That's going to be down. A base hit toward the left field line. Chasing it, Schneemann, who was shaded that way, will fire toward third. Into third, Rosario. Into second with his 3rd hit of the game and 10th double of the year is James Wood. And the tying runs are in scoring position now with Nathaniel Lowe coming up. He had a rocket down the left field line. That would have scored a run if the Guardians weren't playing the left fielder toward the line.
Yeah, Schneemann with a good play there because Rosario off on the crack of the bat. Schneemann cut it off just onto the warning track, and so they had no choice but to hold him. And now Nathaniel Lowe comes to the plate. A base hit to the outfield, potentially away from tying this game as Carl Willis uses a mound visit, and Cade Smith is one of the best setup relievers in baseball. He has not enjoyed his series at Nationals Park.
Well, you wonder if they're talking about how they'll pitch to Lowe or pitch around him with Cole, a right-handed hitter, up next. Lowe is 1 for 2 against Cade Smith. A single to center in game 1 yesterday. In this game, looking for his first hit, he's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. They're not going to intentionally walk him. Smith coming set. Runners lead second and third. The pitch. And this one is high, ball 1. Rosario third. Wood at second. 2 out, bottom of the 7th. 3 runs home. That's back to within 2. Here's the pitch. And Lowe takes. It's too high with a fastball. It's 2-0. And Alex Call, right-handed hitter on deck. All with 2 hits in the game, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. Here's the set. Smith delivers and Lowe takes, and the pitch, top of the zone, ruled high, and it's 3-0. You can see the frustration on the throwback. The catcher Naylor thought they had a strike. A 3-0 pitch coming to Lowe. It's on the way. He takes, and that's in there. Called strike with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Cade Smith. Fastball, slider, splitter. Runners again lead second and third. 3-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he offer? They say no. And that'll be ball 4. And they're loaded up now for Alex Call. Can he do it again? Can Alex Call come through here in the clutch? Mention what he has done today. A double, a run scored, a single to drive in a run. A walk, a fly out to left last time up with runners first and third and 2 out of the 6th inning. Line out to end that inning. And the first pitch swung on, fouled off to the right and out of play. Came right after him with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Ball's only a plate appearance against Smith. Ended up in a walk. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a grounder foul outside of first. Past Gerardo Parra, the first base coach. And so Smith has gotten ahead 0-2.
Santana way off the line. There was room there. He just A little foul. Not quite up the line.
Right-hander comes set. Runners lead from all three bases. The pitch to call, swung on, hit in the air to right center field. Playable for Jones, moving over to his right. He's there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. The Nationals sent 9 men to the plate in the bottom of the 7th inning. They score 3 runs.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg.
Second inning, the Nationals trying to make another comeback with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, now trailing 8-6. It'll be Brian Rocchio to lead it off against Henry, and to tell you all about it the rest of the way here in the 8th inning. And once again in the Nissan broadcast booth, here's Dave Jagler.
Thank you, Charlie. Rocchio goes back to the left side. The switch hitter 0 for 3, an RBI ground out his last time up. Henry fires. Fastball over the inside corner at 94. Nationals have 6 runs on 12 hits. But you feel like it's still been a frustrating offensive day. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a foul third base side out of play. They have stranded 14 runners. And in particular, the early runners left on base, when they had a 3-0 lead that felt like it should have been more like 6 or 7-0. Then they leave the bases loaded again for a second time in the 7th with a chance to tie. The 0-2. Swing a line drive right side, caught by the second baseman Garcia. That's the way it's going for Rocchio, who hit the ball sharply and then lines out. He is 0 for his last 28 and 1 out of 35. Thursday, June 5th, join us for a celebration of pride. It's the 20th anniversary of Night Out. Each special ticket includes a Nationals Pride jersey, and proceeds are donated to Team DC. Get your tickets at nats.com/specials. Pitch to Stephen Kwan is a fastball at 94 over the outside, 0-1. Kwan batted twice in that nightmarish 6th inning. He singled and he walked, and he scored 2. Now the pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the mitt, held by Ruiz, strike 2. Kwan a DH day. 1 hit, 2 walks. Now the 0-2. Swinging a line drive right field, sending Cruz back a few steps. He squares up on it and makes the catch. So Cole Henry has 2 quick outs. And looking out at the Guardians bullpen, they've used their highest 2 leverage lefties and their 2 highest leverage righties as far as setup relievers. So their 3rd lefty is warming up, Colby Allard. We still figure to see the closer, Emmanuel Clase. But it's Allard appearing to get ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Schneemann. And Daniel Schneemann takes a ball low, a curve. The Nationals will have the same 3 hitters that started the 7th inning: Ruiz, Garcia, and Cruz. So switch hitter, lefty and righty. Here's the 1-0. Low and inside, ball 2. Maybe they'll get Clase up as the inning gets going. Now the pitch. Check swing. They should appeal, and he went. I thought he did. It's 2-1. Schneemann had a hit and a walk in that 6th inning. 3 different players in that Guardian lineup got on base twice in that inning. The top 3 hitters. 2-1 from Henry. At the knees with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. It's 2-2. Henry trying to make it 2 scoreless innings. He's 2-2 on Schneemann. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, left field side foul. Henry has been impressive. Just had that one rough inning against the Mets that spoiled his ERA. Here's the 2-2 from the young righty. He misses low with a curve. Jose Ramirez on deck. He'd like to end it right here with Schneemann. Henry to the belt. 3-2. Swinging a fly ball, left field side again. Call jogs over, but this one's going to twist foul. Oh, a nice catch made. Fan caught that one with his right hand, kind of trapped up against his chest. Caught that in the breadbasket. Another 3-2. Here it comes. Swinging a broken bat, looping pop-up left side of the infield. Rosario, the third baseman, makes the catch, and Cole Henry completely sawed off Schneemann. Nationals down by 2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Nationals Park. Cleveland 8, the Nationals 6.
Take a hack at guessing which base.
Game 1, a back and forth wild game. One big inning for the Guardians. Nationals trying to come back, and they'll come to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing Cleveland 8-6. And the Guardians using it another member of their bullpen. It's going to be the left-hander Colby Allard. He's their 6th different reliever and 7th pitcher. Allard has appeared in 3 games. He has 2 wins. He's thrown 11 innings, giving up 8 hits. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Pitch to Keibert Ruiz is dropped by the catcher Naylor. The curveball called a strike over the outside corner. Allard is a soft-tossing lefty. Again, doesn't walk people, doesn't strike many out. He relies on command and control. Hands overhead, he winds and he deals. And misses low. 1-1. And as we surmised, Manuel Clase, their closer, who's yet to pitch in the series, is warming. The 1-1 to Ruiz. Swinging a ground ball pulled to third. The slow roller handled by Ramirez. He throws across to first, and Ruiz grounds out. K. Barrett is 0 for 4.
Clase doesn't very often pitch more than just the ninth inning and almost never comes in with men on base. He hasn't this year. He didn't all of the regular season last year. Until the postseason, he did.
And last year he was 74 appearances in the regular season, 74 in a third inning. So there you go. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Grounded foul up the third base line off the tarp roller.
And this year he's got 16 appearances, 15 in a third. So he's had some partial innings.
Allard goes hands overhead, and the wind in the 0-1 to Garcia. Has popped in the air to shallow left center field. Rocchio, the shortstop, out. Schneemann coming in, but the shortstop, Rocchio, will make the catch. And Allard, soft-tossing lefty, has recorded 2 quick outs. He began the year at AAA Columbus as a starting pitcher. He was called up April 26th. He has bounced around, primarily with the Braves and the Rangers. Last year was in the Phillies organization, up and down between AAA and the big leagues. With 2 outs, here's Dylan Cruz. 8-6 Cleveland, the pitch. And a fly ball right center field, sending Martinez back. Ranging to the warning track, he reaches out, he makes the catch, middle of the warning track. So Allard throws all of 6 pitches to retire the side in order. The Nationals left to deal with Clase in the 9th. 8-6 Cleveland after 8. Cole Henry coming back out.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features
He's held the Guardians down. It's an 8-6 Cleveland lead. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due Ramirez, Santana, and Arias. Jackson Rutledge warming behind him. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. And Jose takes a ball high. Rutledge getting ready in case Henry labors and can't finish the inning. The right-hander fires, and he's high to Ramirez, ball 2. Ramirez struck out his first 2 times up, then was hit by a pitch. It started to really get the rally going for Cleveland in that 8-run 6th, and they capped it with an RBI single to drive in the 8th run. Swing and a miss. There goes the bat. It hits the very top of the netting, comes down and almost hits Jim Hickey, the Nationals pitching coach, standing on the stairway. Back prior to the days of the netting, that might have been about 8 or 10 rows deep into the seats. Two balls and a strike. Henry's pitch. Swinging a fly ball lofted on the right side. Low, looking up into the high sky. Garcia's coming over. Garcia, the better angle, doesn't get to it. And the ball lands untouched on the warning track. That was a problem the moment it went up. I don't think that Lowe ever saw it. Garcia was battling the sun. He's not wearing sunglasses. Cruz was too far away, and Garcia was the closest to it, but he wasn't really that close to it. That is a gift for Ramirez. Our replay shows Garcia was calling for it, but boy, he wasn't really that close to it. Here's the 2-2 from Henry. Swinging a pop-up again. This one is in the area of the catcher, Ruiz. He's still standing on the dirt, now drifts onto the grass, and he makes the catch. Staggering a bit to his left toward the first base dugout. Well, Ramirez just hit a pair of big league pop-ups, and one of them was caught. Here's Carlos Santana. He had a dagger of a 3-run double that tied the game in the 6th inning. He's had 2 big hits in this series. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Cardinals will be here Friday night. Cardinals are leading the Pirates 3-0, trying to sweep that series and get to 500. Now the pitch. Check swing, strike called, and it's 1-1. Our old friend Eric Fetty will be on the mound for the Cardinals Friday night against Mitchell Parker. That's the first of 3. 1 out, nobody on base. 8-6 Guardians. The pitch from Henry. Chopped foul behind the plate. Just got a piece of a curveball. It's 1-2. The Guardians closer, Emmanuel Clase, is getting ready. The Nationals are due to send up Jacob Young, C.J. Abrams, and Ahmed Rosario. Need to get at least one man on to bring James Wood up. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit but foul up the first base line. Holds 1-2 on Santana. Guardians will host an NL East foe Friday night. They welcome the Phillies to Cleveland. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Henry bounced a changeup. Ball 2 and 2 strikes. Henry at the belt, now to the plate. And another chopper foul toward the first base side. Henry approaching 40 pitches. Cole with no decisions. If he can put up a 0, maybe they can get him a win. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Santana. High fastball up and out of the zone. Bullpen heavily used yesterday. Had a real rough day. Henry was the only reliever to not pitch yesterday, so he's carrying the load today. Now Gabriel Arias, the only Guardian to reach against Henry. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball past the diving Rosario. This will be extra bases down the line of the left field corner. Hall picks it up on the warning track as Arias moves into second with a double. Well, his first hit was to third off of Henry, but that was a swinging bunt. That one was laced, and a 2-base hit gives the Guardians an opportunity as Arias has his 4th hit of the game. So this is a big spot now. Henry trying to keep it 8-6 and a 2-run deficit. He'll face Bo Naylor. 1 for 3 and a walk. Popped up against Henry in the 7th. The set at the belt. And the pitch home. Over the inside corner at 95. Next delivery. Swing, he's jammed and fouls it back over the screen. 8 runs, 10 hits, an error for Cleveland. 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors for the Nationals. Arias leads from second. The 0-2 from Cole Henry. Swinging a ground ball to the first baseman. Lowe scoops it up deep in the bag. He'll take it himself. And Cole Henry has tossed 3 scoreless innings in relief. We'll see if that will help fuel a comeback. Last chance for the Nationals against Emmanuel Clase coming up. It'll be Young, Abrams, and
take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
The postseason. Got off to a rough start this regular season. A couple of blown saves, and he was out of the closer's role for a few games, but back in it, 7 for 9 in save chances, 5.87 ERA. He's given up 24 hits in 15 and a third innings. Clase has the upper 90s to triple digits cutter and a low 90s slider. Jacob Young first to face him. 8-6 Cleveland. The pitch swung on and fouled out of play to the right. He's right after a 99-mile-per-hour cutter. Not waiting around. Clase does not often walk you. Last year, just 10 walks. So far this season, 3. Here's the 0-1 from the big righty. That's over the inside corner at 100 miles an hour. Timeout for Young. Outfield toward right. Jacob 1 for 4 in the game. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the second baseman. Fielded by Arias. Quick throw to first in time for the out. Guardians did make one other defensive change. John Kenzie Noel takes over in right field for Nolan Jones. Clase retires the leadoff batter. And now we'll face C.J. Abrams. Mentioned Clase's postseason struggles. Last year, he allowed 5 earned runs the entire regular season. He allowed 8 in the postseason. He was basically running on fumes. Here's C.J. Abrams. First pitch. Abrams grounds one foul, which is handled by the first base coach, Gerardo Parra. Abrams 2 for 5. Had an RBI single in the Nationals' 3-run 7th, which got him back in the game. Clase ready, he deals. Swinging a pop-up off to the left. Ramirez coming over. He's near the railing, but he has no play. And it's 0-2. Nationals led 3-0 into the 6th. The Guardians had all of their offense, 8 runs in 1 inning. Nationals get 3 back in the 7th. They have stranded 14 men on base. Oh-2 from Clase. Line drive right side. That's a base hit over the lunging second baseman Arias. Laid back in by Noel. C.J. Abrams singles on an 0-2 pitch. C.J. has 3 hits in the game. And now the tying run will come to the plate. Let's pause for station identification here on the Nationals Radio Network.
WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas.
Rosario 3 hits and a walk in the game. Abrams at first. The pitch from Clase. Big swing and a miss. That was a cutter at 100, up and out of the zone. Rosario's 2-run single in the 7th pulled the Nationals within 2. Abrams' big lead. There he goes. Pitch is down low. The throw from Naylor. The feet first slide. Abrams stays on the bag, almost overslid. Count 1-1. Abrams, the stolen base, his 8th, takes away the double play possibility. So Rosario with a 1-1 count.
Kyle Finnegan beginning to throw in the Nats pen.
Outfield around toward right on Ahmed. He's a little forward in the box. Stands open. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on a cutter at 100. James Wood on deck with Abrams at second. Unless there's a line-out double play, Wood will get a chance. Rosario with his chance. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Clase. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 100. Rosario was a year late on that one, and that's the strikeout for out number 2. So it comes down to James Wood. Wood has 3 hits, a single in the 1st, a single in the 6th, a double in the 7th. The Nationals home run leader with 10 represents the tying run. It's 8-6 Cleveland. Clase coming set. He kicks and he fires. Low inside, backhanded by Naylor, a cutter at 101. I mean, this is high-octane stuff with movement. Outfield around toward left. The left fielder, Schneemann, very deep. The 1-0 to Wood. Swinging a line drive left field. Schneemann comes in. He's there. He goes into a headfirst dive, and he makes the catch. Tumbles over and holds on, and the game is over. So playing deep, he came in, makes the catch on the hard line out by Wood, and the Nationals' comeback bid comes up short. Cleveland wins the series finale 8-6, and they take the series 2-1.
Ball sliced on Schneemann at the last moment. He was able to adjust and make the backhanded catch. Thought for a moment off the bat, it had a chance.
So a frustrating one for the Nationals. They had control early, but the Guardians one big inning, that 8-run 6th. The Nationals' comeback falls short. So the Guardians take the series finale and the series 2-1. Our Verizon Nationals postgame show is coming up with Grant Paulson and Danny Rouillet. In the last of the ninth, the Nationals with 1 hit. They leave 1. The Guardians win the finale 8-6. Here on the Nationals Radio Network.